When I got this Commando interstate some years ago, it was in a very sad state, not complete, major rust issues, and I've been slowly fixing it, not restoring it. So for instance, the frame still has all the scars and patches of rust and such like. And one of the issues that I had was with the side stand. The side stand bolts to a lug down there and then obviously pivots in and out, and it pivots on a spacer. The spacer fits into the quite large diameter hole in the swinging arm. It does fit in, or it did. Ah, there we go. And the spacer is slightly longer than the actual metal of the side stand, so that swings on that spacer. There's a bolt that goes in from underneath, and then that bolts onto the lug, and then on the top side there's another washer and a big nut that actually allows it to swing. There is a plug on the underneath that connects to the side stand spring, and the other end of the spring goes into a hole drilled in one of the tubes across of the frame. Norton seemed to have a habit of drilling holes in bits of frame or bits of plate to put the springs on. You can't quite see the top isolastic support spring, but again that goes in two hooks into a bit of plate. Not totally convinced that that's the best way to do it, but I have actually checked that this fits. The spacer is approximately 30 thou, 0.8 of a millimeter longer than the side stand body, so there will be a little bit of clearance, and obviously this all needs to be greased, and then the springs put on, and then it's tensioned, and you bolt up the side stand. I have actually painted this, bit of hammerite, just to protect it and preserve it a bit more. I had a lot of fun machining the spacer. I was thinking of doing it in stainless steel, and then as I had some aluminium bronze, which is a reasonable bushing material, quite hard, certainly harder than phosphor bronze, I decided to turn that, and there is some details that you will see. The biggest issue I had was trying to make the hole down the middle. It turns out that you can't simply drill aluminium bronze. So here is my lathe. It's a Chinese lathe, a Warco WM 250. There is a hole that the swinging arm pivots on, and there is a spacer that actually fits in that, and then the bolt goes through the middle, and that then swings on there. The problem is the spacer and the hole were very rusty, actually rusted solid, so I'm actually going to make a spacer out of some aluminium bronze, which I believe will do the job nicely for us. So first things first. Okay. So going forwards, I'll turn it on. It boots up. The idea initially is to face this off. Is to no, we will replace this. I'm going to put that up. Okay, so next thing is to check the height. Center, and then use our plate gauge. Into there. And now 17.43. There we go. So, To fit the side stand, first you need to fit the spring into the hole in the frame. Next we're going to add some grease around where the swinging arm pivots and onto the bolt and washer, although this is a stainless bolt, just to make sure we've got lots and lots of grease. I've had issues in the past with certainly with the BMW side stand where it broke off. It was a bit traumatic, and what we need to do is to engage the spring. Not the easiest job in the world. Better than the main stand, which I had great fun with. And then we can this bolt fitting through this hole. There we go. And then we put the washer and the nut. Okay. So one of my biggest worries was the fact that the rubber stop fits onto the frame there, but seems to actually hang down. I'm hoping that when I've tightened the bolt up, that it will actually sit where the witness mark shows it to sit on the frame, and then we'll try put the exhaust pipe in before we bolt everything up to make sure that the exhaust will fit. So it seems to work. Again, it's dropping down. So we need to actually get that bolt tightened up first. The swinging arm is now fitted. As you can see, the spring's engaged, the rubber stop on the swinging arm itself. It actually does just touch the frame, although certainly at the bottom and not a long way up, which is what I would expect to see. At some point I may take this off, make this bend a little more acute and bring this stop further up onto the frame itself. It is obviously hitting roughly where the where it used to hit before. One of the other plans that I have is to ream the hole through the side stand itself where it pivots and make a new spacer, because the hole through the side stand is oval by about 15 to 20 thou, depending where you measure it. So it could do with coming out slightly. I did think about buying a new side stand. They are listed, but you could end up with something that is actually worse than what I have now. So I think perhaps a good idea to make the hole very slightly bigger and turn up a new pivot point. Yeah. So yeah. I test fitted the exhaust system, downpipe and the silencer to confirm that the side stand does not interfere with the exhaust, which it doesn't. It swings quite nicely below it, and there is space here to actually get the side stand out while sitting on the bike, which as you get older is quite important. So I can actually do the bend or whatever's needed to get that rubber stop hitting the frame where it would be ideal.